got used to the neck strips when I worked at Sport Clips. Because it was
So y'all don't use them all the time?
I'll do. I can use them. You can use your tapes over again if you use neck strips. And too, it protects them from getting hair, sticky hair on here. So.
You look terrified, Stephen.
No, I mean,
She's ready for this cut.
Yeah.
She's been talking about it for a week.
I've been talking about it for longer than that.
So, I'm trying to figure what's gonna be the best angle for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna just do sideways, get in where you fit in and can
Yeah, if y'all can't see, move around, move closer.
see. Okay. So, on her, cause she likes a shortcut. Now, an 8 is an inch, but I don't really wanna take it an inch. I just wanna thin that out. And when you start taking that weight off, it's gonna lay down. So, and her hair's just a little damp, which will be okay with these. Her hair's very soft. So, okay, when I don't want to take it a true inch, I hold the clipper like that and just go like I'm pointing it at the head rather than up against. So rather than having it like that, I'm going in like that. And so when I do that, I'm taking weight out. And then I will take it off the head to create that shorter towards the bottom, longer towards the top. Just like that. Which actually kind of almost looks like a razor. And we're going to cut that curl off the bottom.
Yeah, that flips and driving me nuts.
So, there's that. Okay. Now, I'll show you.
So do you want it to be wet whenever you use clippers?
No. No, and the only reason why I did use the clippers, then was because it was kind of dry. And two, I'm not looking for it to be a very uniform cut. I want it kind of jagged.
Like the,
So the wet hair with her texture, it will create that.
like the razor would create.
So now I'm gonna go so you can kind of see where I stopped with my clipper right there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the razor, I'm just gonna kind of brush over and blend in that line.
Are you brushing kind of to the side, like at an angle?
Yes, for this I am, but sometimes when I get around, and it's because I'm showing y'all, but I'll come in here. Yeah, I do a lot of this side, just like that. And her hair's so soft, no wonder you like a razor. I was gonna put and there I just went down. Okay. So you can, when you get around here, go right over the finger down.
Yeah, my hair with shear shows that line.
Yeah, I can see that. Another way too, I do this a lot of times with men, is you can take and you can go over your comb and do the razor just like that. And it will texturize and kind of feather out those ends and blend. So this is a fresh razor. What I'm gonna do with her, I'm just gonna go just like that. So, and get that curl. Truthfully, I'll do this a little bit here And then I'll go back in with my scissors and cut that. So again, just kind of feathering that out. Sorry, y'all. I just need to move you and not me. Okay. So when I go in and I cut that, it's still piecey. Even though I'm going in, I'm gonna cut that because I've razored. I use different things as a reference point. So right now I'm kind of using the cape. It's helping me keep my line, so to speak. Okay. You go this way. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since she is growing out, y'all know the back of the hair grows a little faster, so a lot of times you can take the back kind of short. And then, especially if you think about it from the hairline, you can take it to there, and you're not gonna lose, when you're growing, you're not gonna lose that. I mean, you're not gonna be behind. It takes a while sometimes for those sides to catch up, as we all know. But since she's growing it out, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come around, I'm gonna just clean up around her ears. Around her ears, I'm gonna go down. So I'm using her ear as my reference. So I usually use a feather razor. I've never used this razor before. I suggest always be able to use different things, because you never know what you're gonna have available. And it's good to be versatile. So around here, I'm kind of pulling back because I'm creating that kind of angle, and I'm not taking the weight out of there. Now I know I'm just going through this. I really just want, I think, just to show you, but I'm always will be glad to help. Razoring can be intimidating. Get around the face. Oh, I got a tickle in my throat. Y'all are all coughing. That's why What is it?
One of Miss Susan's little hairs.
Yeah.
Call me Susan.
Do what?
I'm just kidding.
It is flyaway.
So there's still a good bit of weight right there. I'm just gonna take this. See that? Kind of heavy. Just gonna take this out. Adjust on pins. Well, that might have been a situation where I do a razor over comb. So I'm gonna just turn, like y'all see that. Where?
All eyes on you.
Star of the show.
So then, up in here, here's what I would do up in here. Because I don't really want to take any of that weight. Looks like, did you have thin shears done in it?
Jessica cut it last time,
Okay.
so I'm not sure.
We did some.
Looks
We
like
did
it.
some razoring.
Razoring,
at the
that's what
end.
I'm saying, okay. So I can usually tell
She got a cowlick right there.
thin
nice
or
one.
razoring because that tip of that hair is so fine. Let's see if I can find another spot where that's.
Plus, there's a cowlick right there.
It's a nice one too.
There we go.
If you're gonna have one, have a good one.
You're not halving it, are you?
It doesn't, and it looks like maybe there wasn't so much razor done right there because that end is not as fine and thin. So, I'm gonna.
Are you just removing weight?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be, so this was what, 45 to 90? Is that right? Yeah. So we've already got 2 haircuts.
So at some point in my career, this is supposed to make sense, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I still, I
You
mean,
immerse yourself in it and
I don't ever relate my haircuts to degrees ever. I do for y'all. You know, we talk about it, but I don't think there's ever gonna be a time when a client sits in your chair and says, I want a 90-degree haircut.
That's what I'm sorry.
They're gonna
is
say, I
that what
want.
you mean is angles like that?
Yeah, it's just, I don't, cause she was like, you're just taking that weight, right? How did she know that? Like, what?
Okay.
I'm so lost.
So, okay, layers remove weight out of the hair.
Oh, I got that one.
Okay. So, what happened was, for instance, when I pull that out, and you've got,
That was
long
long
through
pieces
there.
and short. Okay.
yeah. So when I go in, let's see if I can do it this way. I'm going in and taking that. That's taking that weight out of there. Whereas if I had left it as it was, it would lay over and be real like
Kinda heavy, like
yes.
a Stack bob or something.
Yes.
Like that. Okay.
Yes.
You want that out. You don't want
Well, it just depends.
She didn't want that.
Right.
Okay.
She likes foof up here.
Okay.
So when you want that, you come in and you know, she's already got a cowlick. So when I bounce this hair right here, I can see that bend in that hair. If I cut that hair right there,
Yep. Okay.
And it has happened.
yes. And you know, you may want it to, but I'm gonna stay
Longer.
towards the end.
Okay.
Just a rule of thumb for a cowlick, you either cut it really short or keep it really long.
And if you cut it really short, when it grows out, there is nothing you can do with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. come, see in this mirror too. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna raise her down right there. The razor kind of layers anyway. So I'm pulling that forward to the ear, because when it falls, I want it to fall just behind the ear. That's why I'm pulling that towards me. All right, I'm gonna go right there. Don't need to turn. Here again, we got that, kind of that hook right there. And I'm focusing more on the bottom because she's growing, but I am gonna go in and just go over her ends like that. And if your razor's good and sharp, it should feel like a massage of having them go, "What are you doing? It feels awesome."
Well, it's very soft, but if you get a bad razor,
Yes.
it's like tug of war.
Yeah. There you go. Don't want to hear that sound.
Nice sound effects.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're killing it.
Did y'all get a pack of blades in your kit? Okay, then.
We
let
have
me-
some.
Let me know when you need a new blade. Cause I have some extras.
I'm gonna.
And I wanna make sure you get one before you go to boards.
Mm-hmm.
When I do these short cuts, I tend to always brush forward,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll kind of cut that fringe or that little area right in there. So. Curl right there. Okay, so she's got a little wonky little curl. I don't know if sometimes this is where magic comes in and you kind of go, oh, that did work. So sometimes, like, I'll go in, and what I want is I want this to be heavier than this, so I want this piece to be shorter, and I want this to lay over to try to get that curl to come in. So what I'll do is I'll come in like this. So it did take that little flip. Or you can always do it at an angle like that. So, oh, got it. So when I go in and I trim around that area, that's gonna lay better. Right there. Sorry. That's part of my OCD with curls, because she's got a little curl in her hair actually.
I know, and I never did before.
It's over here.
Has a mind of its own.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna pull that back over and turn this. Alright, now on the front of your bangs, do you like them?
They're too long.
They're too long. Where do you like them to hit just above your brow?
Not too short.
Okay, okay. So right now, I'm gonna aim to go just below her eyebrow. Cause she likes some outer brow. So, I'm just gonna go just below. So I already kind of visualize that that's about a 1/2 inch. There we go. And with bangs, I don't go too fast. It would be a sad situation. When I was in school, the teacher used me as an example.